Who, right now, is the worst team in the NFL?
It's really tough to tell, man. I mean,
There's a few.
You would think you'd say Panthers last week, but then the Panthers beat the Saints. Now, who'd the Saints beat? The Saints killed the Panthers, and they also killed the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have 3 wins. And you look at some of these other 2-7 teams. The Giants are 2-7, but I would think they would beat the Patriots if they played each other. Maybe. I mean, who's good on the Giants that I'd want to trade for? Dexter Lawrence. I'd trade for him, but he's kind of hurt all the time. But then you got the Vegas Raiders. They don't have a quarterback dibs. They got 2 quarterbacks that nobody wants. And then one of them's even hurt a little bit. But then they've got Max Crosby. And Max Crosby can ruin a lot of people's day, no matter what the record is. I'm going to go with the Giants. I don't think the Giants have anything that I would trade for. Plus, they get to keep...
Neighbors. I like Neighbors, the wide receiver.
You're right. But they ain't giving him up. He's on a rookie deal. Right. He is the best, I would say, piece of the New York Giants right now. I'm going to vote Giants. My vote's for the Giants. Kurt, who you got? The
Patriots.
To overtime is because the Titans are just as bad. Did you see this last play? Drake, I want to call him Derek May. Maybe it's because you're wearing your Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Drake May, final play of the game, scrambles around and makes 5 people miss. And I think 5 of those misses were one of the same guy. I think the same guy missed 5 times. And somehow 22 seconds later, he's still scrambling. And then Stevenson's just wide open in the end zone. It was like a 7th grader situation. That's how they tied the game. And then they lost anyway. So I'd like your vote for the Patriots.
I thought that was a punt, pass, and kick throw by May. That was awful. I was just I thought the Patriots could win that game. I don't know why I tune in and they hook you in.
Yeah, they do.
It's teasing. The Giants are just terrible. Watching the Giants was just it's futile, and it's like, why Daniel Jones, man? He seems lost out there. But you keep running through these different coaches. You keep running through some of these players. I truly believe without a running back, and Saquon Barkley was just a big mistake. The Cowboys not getting a better. Over the weekend, I heard everybody now is down on Ezekiel Elliott. No, I'm not down on him. He's just past his prime. You
can't expect
Tony Pollard is week in and week out still okay. For the Titans. The Titans just don't have a whole lot to go with him.
Right.
So a lot of these guys are kind of like an island. You're out there all by yourself. You become one-dimensional. You're not going to be that good. I didn't think the Giants were going to be a great football team anyway. I don't think the Patriots, who are kind of in flux with the QB, rookie head coach, I can't. Dyble's been there for a while, man.
I think his third or fourth year.
His 4th year. I think it's his 4th year. You've been there long enough to establish an identity. And your identity was you had a really solid running back that you allowed to go in division to the Eagles. He made the Eagles so much better. That's embarrassing. I think that's another strike against you. At least the Cowboys weren't bad enough to give a good running back same division, but you did give them to the Baltimore Ravens, which the Ravens came back and embarrassed you. So I think honestly, between the Giants and the Cowboys, two bad football teams. It's a toss-up, and just because the Cowboys have 3 wins, they're not gonna. They're the first 3 losses in a row since 2020. Right now, Dak Prescott's out. Micah Parsons is out. If CeeDee Lamb is out, really, it hurts your options. If you're Cooper Rush, you become a worst team, and so now you're even worse than you were last week. And I think the Cowboys are in big trouble now, going to your backup quarterback, and you're really starting to run out of superstars.
There's a couple of 2-7s we've left out of the conversation. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think the Browns are atrocious.
The Browns and the Jaguars. Those are the 2-7s. Yep. The Jaguars have, I feel like they've got some good pieces, but for some reason, it feels like Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne just have not grown out of Clemson. They still are going to Clemson playing in the NFL, and they don't know why.
I still think they're going to frat parties. They just seem like they're not professionals. They're not NFL-ready guys.
The Browns, to me, are just the Browns. I know we say this with the Jets all the time as well. It's Miles Garrett is a great player, and I feel like he is going to waste his career just like that one offensive lineman that was a Pro Bowler all the time. I forget his name.
Oh, Joe Thomas?
Joe Thomas. He's the new Joe Thomas of the Cleveland Browns. 7 years from now, he'll be retired as a Brown. He'll be able to buy or people will buy him drinks all over Cleveland, and he'll still be without a playoff win. Like that's where his career is destined.
He'll own 10 franchises of something and, be living around there, well known, and be like, yeah, I played for this lousy team.
I just think the Chargers are so far away from being where they want to be as a good football team. I think they are shocked that they only have 3 losses in the NFL right now. It's like, wow, we're challenging the Kansas City Chiefs for a division title.
I think they're ahead of schedule.
Very
Harbaugh had to come in here.
Very ahead of schedule.
He's 8 games into his tenure as coming out of college. You can't tell me college and NFL, I think they're night and day.
2 different sports.
And he's got to delegate authority. I think he probably had a lot more control over Michigan than he does at the Chargers. He's doing a hell of a job. Plus, I think that trying to pull off Herbert's leg is
got to in the first hour. Did you guys see how the kicker Tyler Bass saved his career for the Buffalo Bills the other day? Dude, you're lucky to have a jersey, bro. He missed 2 extra points, Tibbs, and then he hits a 61-yarder game winner.
Hey, sometimes those close chip shots ain't easy.
Them kickers.
33 yards away.
Survivors.
That is one of the best Goodell things, though, moving back the extra point.
Yeah.
Makes it interesting. We'll be back with Who You Had.